Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, T and Shanice. As I said in the last video, Shanice is on hiatus, but we have her on the phone for this topic. Say hi, Shan.
Hi guys.
Yes, so basically, we're going to be discussing something that's been trending on social media recently. Shanice is on the phone, so she's obviously going to have her input on the topic. So basically, the topic of today's video is grooming, and also guys talking to underage girls and girls of certain ages, and is it appropriate? As everyone is well aware, on social media this week there's a topic that's been trending about a certain celebrity, UK rap artist, speaking to underage girls and girls of a certain age group. And, you know, there's been a lot of buzz about this whole situation, people speaking up, a lot of people not speaking up. So yeah, we just wanted to kind of speak on it. Shen?
Yeah, babe.
Yes, so what do you have to say on this subject?
Basically, I just feel like, okay, so the person we're making reference to is Dutchavelli, and I just feel like because he is like basically like famous, whatever you want to call it, it's basically been, you know, it's not been forgotten obviously, but it seems like he'll basically kind of get away with it. Do you know what I mean? And obviously it's wrong what he's done.
Yeah.
I feel like they did pay out the little girl and her family and all that shit, which I definitely like don't condone in and all that.
Of course.
I think at the end of the day, the little girl's 14. Like,
you
shouldn't be messaging her.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, message her mum or her older sibling or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old this man is. Do you know what I mean?
He's 27.
See, that's really nasty. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know how there's a benefit cut?
Yeah.
There should be a flipping... There should just be a cap. Do you know what I mean? Like, so basically, like, he should not be allowed to speak to anybody under 24. Do you feel what I mean?
I 100% agree with you. And do you know what's so funny as well? Yeah, sorry. Just, I really liked Dutchavelli. I really liked him. Like, ask Shanice, the rest of my friends, I was a really, really big fan of his. And when I first heard about this whole situation, I was kind of at the stance point of, because I thought I liked him, I thought, you know, innocent until proven guilty. But, you know, as obviously things have transpired and the days have gone on and more things have come out, it's not appropriate. Like, you don't have a leg to stand on. You really, really don't have a leg to stand on. At the end of the day, yeah, like, as an adult and as a grown man, you should not be messaging no 14-year-old girl or 17-year-old girl, 18-year-old girl, and you're 27 years old. It's not appropriate. Like, regardless of whether you know the family or whatever, I personally think, this is my opinion, and this is what I want to say also, that this is my opinion. This is our opinion as well. Shanice has got her opinion. I've got my opinion. You know, everyone else is going to have their opinion, and we respect everyone's opinion. And we also ask that everyone kind of, you know, shows the same kind of respect. So yeah, I just don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's acceptable for somebody of his age to be speaking to any little girl, inviting her to his to a spot, a location, or anything like that. Especially, it just didn't look good. At the end of the day, fair enough, you might have known her family and things like that, but I've got people that are in my family, I'm sure Shanice does, that are of a certain age, or family friends, that you wouldn't be inviting them to places without their parents' consent. It's weird. Or asking that person to send you pictures and things like that. It's just not appropriate.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I just feel like
We don't know.
Situation.
Yeah, we don't even know. We don't know.
That's just really wrong and it's disgusting. Like, and what was it you said? You said something like he owns the ends or something like that. Or she's good or something, I can't even remember.
He said he's got loads of, yeah, go onto your thing because I can't go onto mine at right this second and just look at the messages that were sent. Hold on, let me see if I can as well, but I don't think I can. But yeah, even like the messages like I've got a low key spot, like that's not something that you're going to be messaging to somebody that you kind of, that it's innocent. It's not something that you'd message to somebody innocently. Right, I've managed to pull it up, so let me just go into it quickly. Sorry. So basically, right, so let me read you what was circulating. So Dutchavelli, 27, is a UK rapper. Last week, his Instagram was hacked and screen recordings emerged that allegedly show conversations between him and a 14-year-old female relative. The conversations mainly involve him reacting with like the love struck emoji and fire emoji to her Insta stories, as well as them arranging to meet. She sent him a picture of a couple where a man is embracing a woman from behind and suggests recreating that. He also asked for pictures of her feet. Whilst the conversations never become explicit, they can be no doubt in any adult's mind that their exchange is flirtatious and suggestive. He has denied the allegations and gaslit the public by stating that there must be something wrong with us for perceiving this as being inappropriate. His family and the girl's family have jumped to the defense and has mentioned in mainstream press. So what do you think of that? Shen? Hello? I don't know what's happened with Shanice, but yeah, so she'll ring back anyway. So yeah, basically in relation to that, I don't know how that's not really appropriate for somebody of his age to be messaging somebody that you deem as a family friend or family to you. That's not very appropriate, to be quite honest. And as I said, this is just my opinion. You know, I don't expect everyone to agree with it. If you agree with it, cool. If you don't, then that's okay. If you have your opinion, please feel free to comment and add your comments in the comment section. Also, there's messages that are saying where the girl's saying that she's insecure and she can't take a good picture, and he says, baby, you're beautiful. And then he's saying, if you want, I can add you on WhatsApp. Yeah, so I don't know how you can kind of look at that. I don't know how you can gauge that and think that that's appropriate. Also as well, the family have come out and basically spoken and said that this is not the case. You know, it's all innocent and that, you know, they're like family and things like that. Certain other family members have come out and said that it's not appropriate, like it's grooming, and yeah, it's just not appropriate. So for me, as a female, I kind of just wanted to talk a bit on the whole subject of grooming and of guys and also girls that are older speaking to younger boys. Now, for me, as somebody that's 20 something, I wouldn't see myself speaking to somebody that's 18, 14, 17, 16. No, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm going to be talking to anybody that is in that kind of way, you would have to be 20. This is my opinion. This is me, just for me personally. I would only speak to someone that's about a year below me and up to like 35. I'm not speaking to anyone below me. And even if, yeah, like if it's somebody that's a family friend that I've known for years and whatever, and I might speak to them, I wouldn't be inviting them to my house. I certainly wouldn't be asking them to send me pictures of themselves and, you know, complimenting them in a certain way and sending, you know, pictures or suggesting reenacting certain types of, you know, pictures, like what was said on the Instagram post. So yeah, so basically I wanted to, I'm not gonna name no names or anything like that or be drawing anyone out, but for me, I've seen a lot of times when I've gone to certain places and witnessed certain things on social media of people that are out here, you know, I'm going to just say, I'm just going to speak on the topic of men. I'm not going to, I don't want it to seem like I'm man bashing or anything like that, but I'm just going to speak from what I see from certain men out there, yeah? Certain guys will be in the company of young girls. At the end of the day, yeah, if you're 20 something, like, okay, we're going to say my age. So if you're 28, 29, 27, you should not be in the company of 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 14-year-olds, because you're opening up yourself for people to, you know, look at you a bit questionable. And yeah, it might be a case of where I've known this person from young, but a lot of the guys that I see and that I've watched from when I was even growing up, they would be standing outside like my secondary school and things like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Or standing outside colleges and things like that. Now, you as a 30-something, 20-something year old man, what conversations could you possibly have with a teenager? What could you lot possibly parlay about? What could you lot possibly relate on? There's nothing for you to relate on. So I personally do not think it's appropriate for guys of a certain age, yeah, to be around or in the company of girls of a certain age, yeah? Because realistically, what could you possibly want from them, yeah? Sex, because they're vulnerable, because you can get them to do stuff for you or whatever, like, it's just not appropriate. It's not appropriate at all. Like, you shouldn't be 20-something, 30, sitting down, drinking, doing balloons, doing whatever with little girls. It's not appropriate. It doesn't look good and whatever. It doesn't look good. It don't look good at the end of the day. And I think it's very important for us as a community, especially because of all the stuff that happened with R. Kelly and things like that, yeah? It's very important, yeah, for us to teach our children, yeah, because that's what they are, children, to speak up about these kind of things and not stay silent and not make them think that, oh, you know, it's not safe to talk because people are going to judge me, or, you know, or paint this picture of, oh, pay them off. These things shouldn't be correct. It should not be correct. We need to be protecting our children. We need to be protecting, like, these girls. We need to be protecting these boys, because it can happen to boys as well at the end of the day. Like, I sound a bit like emotional because this subject touches home to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's so easy for young people to get groomed, yeah, and not just in terms of not just in terms of sexually, but also things like the whole grooming is such a broad thing, yeah? Like, you've got kids that are getting groomed to go country and whatever, and to go like upsar and shot and things like that, yeah? That is a form of grooming, yeah? That is wrong, yeah? That's somebody's child that you're taking and you're putting them in certain environments, yeah, that are not good, that are not healthy, yeah, that are damaging to that child. You don't know what's going on in these places that you're taking these children to, yeah? And the people that sit there and see these guys, yeah, that are taking these children, yeah, and taking them to places like Cunch and whatever, You're wrong. You're no better. These guys, yeah, and these people, I'm not just going to say guys, I'm going to say people, yeah, that see people chatting to little girls, yeah, moving to little girls, having little girls in their video, having little girls up in apartments and things like that, and you're not saying anything. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong at the end of the day, yeah? And I'm not sitting on here trying to preach or anything like that, yeah? But I'm just saying that people need to be aware, yeah? And this subject needs to be spoken about, and people need to not shut their eyes to these kind of subjects, because it's very important, yeah? We need to protect our children. We need to protect these kids at the end of the day. These kids are our future, yeah? Like, there's generations and generations of, you know, of things like abuse. And I'm not trying to talk like I say I know everything, yeah, but I'm just speaking from myself. There's years of children and generations of abuse, and, you know, being told, oh, don't say nothing, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. What are you doing to these children by telling them to be quiet? What are you teaching these children, yeah, when us as people and as a community are sliding this underneath the carpet? What are we teaching these children? Oh, basically, be silent, don't say nothing, close your mouth. That's wrong. It is wrong. And I just wanted to kind of do this video, yeah, and I know Shanice did as well. I don't know what happened, but I just wanted to do this video to just shed some light on this subject, yeah, and to just say and ask people, if you see this going on, yeah, if you detect that there's people out there that's chatting up little girls or even boys, yeah, it's your duty and it's your right, yeah, to make sure that you do something. Like, people, like, forget their moral compass. That's what it is. People are just, you know, like, just, you know, it's like everyone, like, people are blind. Where's your moral compass? And do you know what's really irritated me and made me sick, yeah, since this whole subject's come about? A lot of people haven't spoken on it. A lot of people have not spoken on it. And the reason why a lot of people haven't spoken on it, yeah, is because they know, yeah, that they know people that are doing that. They know that there's people out there that are doing the same thing that's been going on. But they look at it like, oh, it's innocent, it's not that bad. At the end of the day, yeah, whether the girl is 16, I know 16 is a legal age, yeah, for a young person to have sex, but at the end of the day, yeah, you need to look at it like this, yeah. At 16 years old, think about how you was at 16 years old. Think about how you was at 17 years old. Think about how you was at 18 years old. Do you think you've got the mental capacity to be did you think that you had the mental capacity to be entertaining somebody that's older than you when you was them kind of ages there? Realistically, what would you be sitting down and doing with somebody that's older than you, that's in their late 20s, early 30s, maybe even 40s? What would you have? What conversation could that person have for you? Apart from, you know, there's nothing. There's nothing at the end of the day. There's nothing. Like, there's nothing. And I want people to really, 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 really open up their eyes to these subjects. We had things like the R. Kelly situation. We've had things like the Me Too movement and things like that. People need to speak up. People need to speak up and talk, yeah? Abuse is not a joke, yeah? Whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's mental abuse, whether it's physical abuse, whether it's emotional abuse, it's not a joke, yeah? And this is not what we should be subjecting our children to. Boy, girl, whatever you are, this is not what they should be subjected to, yeah? And it's important that people speak up, yeah? And not allow these things to just slide. And you know what? I rate the people that have actually gone out and said something, yeah? And not been afraid to talk on this subject. And this is what annoys me about social media and annoys me about people, is if it's not, like, you know, fashionable, if it's not on trend, like, people ain't talking about it. Talk up on this, because everyone's got, if you ain't got a sibling, you've got a cousin. If you ain't got a cousin, you've got a friend that might have children, yeah? Everyone's got children in their life to some degree, whether it be your child, somebody else's child, and whatever, a relative, yeah? Think about it. How would you feel if that was your relative? How would you feel if somebody was grooming, manipulating your relative? Whatever form it is, it's wrong, yeah? And it's important that we stand up and we talk about it. We let these children know that they can talk, that they're a voice, that they have voices and that they can be heard. What do we want to do? Have these children be damaged? What is, like, at the end of the day, it's a vicious cycle. Like, this is like a modern day for us, like an R. Kelly situation. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to break the cycle. We want our kids to see better. We want our kids to have better than what we had, yeah? We shouldn't be, I'm not saying, oh, like, you know, like we can fix it all overnight and whatever, but everyone can do their part. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone needs to do their part. And that's it. And that's all I've got to say on this subject. If you, I ain't got nothing else to say. If you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, I don't really care, to be quite honest. I'm just speaking for me and from my friend and whatever, and, you know, and from my heart. So, yeah. I just think that this, like, when it comes to things like this, people need to speak up, and people need to remember that at the end of the day, you know, like, it's just, these things are not right. But yeah, I'm gonna sign out of this now, and yeah, thank you, and I'll see you soon for another video. Take care, love, light, you know, health is wealth. Make sure everyone's looking after their mental health. And please, yeah, if you're seeing things like this going on, if you're seeing certain people chatting to young people, grooming them and things like that, help these children. Don't make them suffer in silence, because it's not right and it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, we don't want to be raising broken, hurt, damaged children. We don't. We don't want the next generation that's coming up after us, yeah, to be broken, to be damaged, to be hurt, to feel like they can't talk, to be effed up in their head. That's not what we want, yeah? So it's important that everyone does their bit, and we encourage people to talk, and we as adults are the voice for these children. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So take care. Bye.